Finally, one more thought. Clothes maketh the man. So wrote Erasmus in his collection of adages from 1508, though a version of this particular adage can be traced all the way back to Homer or maybe even the Babylonians. Until recently, many the man walking the halls of power, that's whether corporate or government, took the maxim quite seriously, invariably showing up in the uniform of a well-cut suit, a white shirt, and a power tie.
The richest 1% of this country owns half our country's wealth, $5 trillion.
And women haven't been far behind, as they adopted their own versions of power suits.
Hold all calls, Miss McGill?
Yes, Cynthia, thank you.
Can I get you anything, Mr. Trainer? Coffee, tea, me?
Isn't she right? That'll be all.
But the pandemic may have changed all that, as people learned to work from home, where it didn't matter whether you were wearing your power suit or your track suit.
People who sat at home, which I'm not a fan of today, people who were home were dressing casually, but I think that the world is going very much in a different place.
So, as CEOs chafe at their workforces not showing up at the office, at least physically.
My golden rule is, don't put the genie back in the bottle you can't. On the other hand, this is not an employee choice. They don't get to choose their compensation, they don't get to choose their promotion, they don't get to choose to stay home 5 days a week. I want them with other employees at least 3 or 4 days.
They may want to consider giving the incentive of some extra perks, like Meta did just this week with its announcement.
Meta is restoring its happy hours. It's giving out branded T-shirts once again. It's trying to boost morale.
Yeah, you said the 2 magic words for Carol Masser.
Boost morale,
I think she just put in
or
her
was it
application.
happy hour?
Happy hour.
And now it turns out that no less than the United States Senate is moving to loosen its dress code for our nation's highest elected legislators. Until now, the Senate required that men wear jacket and tie on the floor, and that women wear what they called business attire. Apparently, the junior senator from Pennsylvania, John Fetterman, isn't comfortable in jacket and tie, so he's been turning up in something decidedly less formal and casting his votes from the doorway, prompting Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer to eliminate the Senate dress code altogether so that Senator Fetterman can come into the chamber and do his work dressed however he likes, though colleagues like Senator Ted Cruz may stick to the old way.
I can tell you, in the 11 years I've been in the Senate, I've only been on the Senate floor in a suit and tie, and as far as I'm concerned, I will continue to only wear a suit and tie on the Senate floor. I think virtually every senator is going to follow that, or for women, the professional dress equivalent.
And Senator Fetterman himself has now said that he's willing to put that suit and tie back on if it will get Republicans to agree not to shut the government down. Call me old-fashioned, my wife and children certainly do, but I still think how you dress says something about how seriously you take what you're doing.
Now, didn't I tell you dress appropriately?
I wore this ridiculous thing for you.